You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hello, I'm Elias.
I'm Lucas.
Welcome back to Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Thank you guys once again for joining us on another Sunday. We have some very nice Silver Age books this week. But yeah, it's a beautiful day outside. Hope everyone's enjoying the weather. And this was a big release for comics, and of course, yesterday was Free Comic Book Day. So we hope everyone had a beautiful free comic book day. We had quite the rush. Somewhere around, the afternoon time, we had a huge rush of people.
Yeah, no, we had a ton of people. We did really well, though. I'm very glad with everyone coming in and getting their free comic books, and then coming in and buying some other stuff, getting into some cool new trades.
Yeah,
and runs. So
all we got left with was the DC Clark and Lex series.
We had so many of them.
Yep. So if you want those, come on by. Kyle has a nice caption here: with books old enough to be their grandparents. Yep.
Yep. That is unironically true.
Pretty much.
That is very much true.
Yeah. So we can start to get into these if people are ready. Let's see here. What we got? So first up, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 29. This is a very good grade at $70. This is the second appearance of Scorpion. The second ever appearance.
So do they give a reason for why he's so... Obviously the first time he's fighting for Jameson the first time, right?
Right.
So the second time, what is this? He's like, okay, I'm just going to fight Spider-Man because I have nothing better to do at this point.
Well, they recycled a lot of his villains early on there.
Fair.
Well, but this is the second ever appearance of Scorpion, so this is pretty awesome. Only $70 for this book right here. $70, very good second appearance of Scorpion.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Trying to think, his proportional strength and speed of a Scorpion.
Yeah.
Isn't that the bit? And do you remember the Ultimate Universe version of Scorpion?
The Ultimate Universe version?
The Ultimate Universe version of Scorpion.
Ultimate Universe, no.
He was a clone of Peter Parker that had the suit grafted onto his body.
Oh, wow.
He could not remove the suit, period.
Okay.
And that's why he had the proportional strength of a Scorpion.
Wow. Okay.
Because he was actually mixed with like Scorpion DNA.
Dang.
No, it was really the Clone Saga in the Ultimate Universe was kind of went hard.
Yeah.
Introduced Jessica Drew.
Right.
A bunch of other characters that were pretty cool.
I didn't realize Scorpion was part of that, though.
He gets killed off really quickly because he's like, Peter goes to grab his tail and he's like screaming. He's like, because it's actually his spine.
Right.
It's pretty horrific.
Yeah. So main universe 616 Mac Gargan has been through quite the history at this point. He was a villain, of course, for a while. Then he started helping people out more towards like the Absolute Carnage era. He was actually fighting alongside Miles Morales. And now they're back at that team up in the current Carnage Reigns book.
It should be interesting nonetheless to see where Matt. I really want to know what's happening with Matt Gargan within the MCU. They just completely dropped him.
Yeah, well, Sony stuff.
I guess so. But hey, at least we got a Kraven movie on the way. Woo!
Hot take. In Ultimate Universe Clone Saga, Spider-Man is kind of the bad guy. Huh.
Yeah.
I mean,
he does throw a guy around by his spine, like you mentioned, and he's not particularly nice to Jessica Drew. And
Yeah,
he's kind of a jerk. Like he's
true.
not. He's more anti-hero than hero in that particular one.
It's definitely an interesting case because you learn that Doc Ock was working with Shield to clone those versions, so he was very angry when he learned that they were cloning him without his permission at all. But yeah, and then holding these people hostage and performing basically human experimentation on them, like, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
The grade and price of Spidey 29.
So now that people are trickling in, how you doing, Fred? Hope you're doing well. So this is a very good grade right here. Very good for $70. $70 for Spidey 29.
Second appearance of Scorpion.
This is the second ever appearance of Scorpion. So very nice piece.
What was your first introduction to Scorpion? Mine was probably the 90s television show.
Yeah, I mean, that must be it for me. I mean, I wasn't reading a lot at the time.
I just remember they did a really good adaptation of that, like, original story arc. With, like, J. Jonah Jameson being the reason that Scorpion becomes Scorpion.
Right. So $70 on that one. Moving on, I have a very fine, sorry, not very fine. I have a fine copy of Amazing Spider-Man 35. That is for $70 as well.
And what does this entail, this 35?
So this is a return of Molten Man right here. Molten Man is a...
Zayman claims the Amazing Spider-Man number 62.
Hi, Zayman. Okay.
Zayman coming in hot.
Didn't even have to tell you about that. You don't even want to know how much it is? He just wants it.
He sees it. He knows what he wants,
Okay.
man. He don't mess with him. Don't get in the way of his Amazing Spider-Man 62. Okay. And it is Amazing Spider-Man 62. What is it exactly?
It's only a good grade. So it's a good grade for $14. So it's definitely a good find.
Yeah. But yeah, continue. I haven't said that in so long. Also curious about the FF20 grade and price. So yeah, let's talk about the Fantastic Four 20.
Yes. This is the real
deal.
Real big ticket item here this week.
First appearance of Molecule Man.
First appearance of Molecule Man, that's right. Fantastic Four number 20. So this right here is, let's see which one is this. This is issue 20. So this is a very good plus grade for $180. $180 for the first appearance of Molecule Man for a very good plus.
Yeah, and it might honestly go up in the future depending on how they do Secret Wars and if they introduce Molecule Man.
Just trying not to get the glare here. This is tough.
Do you think it would be an interesting choice to have Molecule Man be the first villain of the Fantastic Four movie? To like set him up into Secret Wars?
I feel like he's very much a tortured soul, so he's not like purely a villain.
Yeah, but that's why I think it would be interesting.
Right, exactly, which would make a cool thing there.
But yeah, no. Fred will take the FF and the Spidey 29.
All right. Thank you, Fred.
FF20 and Spidey 29.
Couldn't find it anywhere, huh? No, we had them, but we ran out. So we're out of the Spidey books. All we have is the Clark and Lex from.
Yeah. No, we didn't even have the Spider-Man 2 for comic book day.
Spider-Man 2. Sorry, I didn't see the 2 there. Yeah, sorry, we didn't get the Spider-Man 2.
Which is unfortunate because I'm a huge fan of the game, and so is Elias.
I guess people couldn't find it because I heard a lot of people asking us for it, first of all, and also a lot of people not finding it. So
yeah, a lot of people called yesterday just asking for it.
Yeah, don't have that, unfortunately.
Yeah. I wonder what it actually has in store. I wonder if I can maybe find it online digitally, maybe at some point to read it.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Because I do. Apparently, they introduce what was it? They introduced a new character, a long-time villain that they just have not used in that game universe. Ridiculous spec people grabbing piles of them, and so local stores have them. Yep. Basically.
Oh, what? Ugh.
I'm sure.
I didn't see a single one. I'm gonna replenish the rack a little bit because we already moved a few. So
yeah, let's get some movement going. But yeah, no, Spider-Man game. Are you guys excited for Spider-Man 2? I'm really, really excited for that game, especially with Venom and Kraven being the main characters, main antagonists. I think it's going to be interesting to have Harry Osborn be partially Venom also. So it had to be ordered differently than the rest of the books, and a lot of shops misordered or missed them completely. Oh, that's why then.
that'd be ordered.
I'm in a ton of retailer groups,
Yep.
and the number of stores that are going, does anybody have extras? I got 0, or I somehow managed to not order them, was astronomical for Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm sure. Yeah, it's crazy that we didn't have any. Yeah. Hopefully some people were able to get their hands on it somewhere across the country. Not everyone can be deprived of Spider-Man 2 prequels.
Yeah. There were some good free comics.
There were. Night Terrors was really good
This year.
Did you read Night Terrors by any chance?
Night Terrors. I haven't read anything yet.
Oh, fair. It was cool. I don't mind paying for it.
$30?
Yeah, $30 for a free comic book? Yeah, no.
Jeez Louise, man. Come on.
No. Yeah, definitely not.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So people are saying it's like 2/3 of the business who missed them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, you replenished.
So just one more time for anyone who didn't see, Amazing Spider-Man, number 35 for $70. This is a fine grade right here. Fine. Molten Man Return.
So I actually don't know the comic origin of him, but I do know the Spectacular Spider-Man origin of him.
It's the same.
It's the same? Okay.
There was nothing too crazy about his origin. He was sort of just like falling too bad.
Is he still the sibling of Liz Allen?
Liz Allen, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was mostly curious about.
Yeah, that's what makes him interesting. He is related to Liz Allen. So, all right, that's ASM. Moving on to Avengers. I have Avengers number 31.
Ooh, Avengers 31. Who are they facing off in this one?
31 right here. The Strange Power of the Keeper. This appears to be Immortus.
Immortus?
You see that helmet?
Yeah, that does look like Immortus.
That looks like that's Immortus. This is a very good copy of Avengers 31.
Let me search it up.
Only $18 right here.
Avengers 31.
$18.
So apparently it features Hawkeye, Wasp, Goliath, Wasp, Quicksilver, who leaves the group, and Scarlet Witch also leaves the group this issue.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
So just $18 for this really early Avengers right here.
Yeah. I'm trying to see the antagonists that are here. Antagonist Prince Ray, and then Keeper of the Flame. Both of them, not anyone specifically. So yeah, Keeper of the Flame Land is they who wield power. That's their nickname.
They who wield power.
Yeah, he's dead. So it's not Immortus. It just looks extremely like him.
I saw that headdress there, and
I guess it's more prevalent because of the fact that
it's futuristic and techy.
Well, that and also Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver lead. Okay.
Next up.
Yep.
We have Avengers number 35. It's also a very good quality for $18. This is a Roy Thomas script with Stanley plot.
So that means that Stanley gave an overall idea of where the story was going to go, and then Roy Thomas then wrote the dialogue, correct?
Right.
Okay, interesting. Do you like the Goliath suit By the way, I really don't like that.
I'm a fan of it. I think it's classic, but that's just me.
It's just, for me, it's too bright, and I guess that's interesting for me to say about like that age of comics, but
Yeah.
it's just like a tad too bright. Especially in my head, Ant-Man will always have that classic. At least Ant-Man will always have that classic giant man look.
Right. Now, I kind of like the Goliath switch up. I really like the yellow and blue. I don't think you see that in a lot of people's costumes anymore, honestly.
What do you think is his worst personality? Ant-Man, Goliath, Yellow Jacket.
Personality, or you mean the worst costume?
Worst like costume, yeah.
Worst costume
specifically, because he had so many. And yes, we can count Ultron wearing his dead corpse as a costume.
I mean, the old Ant-Man suit kind of pales in comparison to like the Yellow Jacket suit. I love the Yellow Jacket suit.
The Yellow Jacket suit is nice.
I really am a big fan of that.
Too bad it was a scroll that used it for most of the time. Did I like the Clint Barton Goliath costume? I didn't even know that he wore.
Yeah, so Clint later took over the role of Goliath, and it was similar to this, but yeah. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. It wasn't similar to this. It was that red mask with the hair cut out, so the hair poof coming out the top of the mask.
It actually looks cool. I'm looking at it right now.
The blue.
I'm actually down for this.
Suspenders.
I don't know what you want to call it. I kind of prefer it over the other one, to be honest.
But that was a very fun era for sure.
No, I'm sure. Making like any type of costume designs you wanted for characters.
All right. That's the last of our Avengers. Going to move on to Daredevil now. This is Daredevil number 40. Very fine grade for $40. $40 for issue 40.
And this is one of the Animen.
Yes, this is one of the Animen. So this is one of three. Right here we have Birdman. Also featured in this book is Catman and Ape Man. They're part of the Unholy Three.
We should mention that if you haven't watched Guardians of the Galaxy, these characters do appear.
Well, they had a name drop.
Yes.
Basically. They get a name drop in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as one of the High Evolutionaries' creations, the Animen.
Yeah, so pretty fun, especially if you're trying to deep dive into all the little lore that James Gunn pulls from. Yeah. Really excited.
Yeah.
Non-spoiler review, I think the film is really good.
We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really fantastic. As always, guys, don't be afraid to comment any books that you are looking for.
Yeah, if you see a book, definitely tell us.
Anything that you guys are interested in, we can try and find.
Yeah, Amazing Fantasy 15. Do you have it? Just looking around in the back?
Just looking around for... Are you married? I don't know if you're asking me or Lucas. Neither of us are married.
Neither of us. We're 22, each of us.
Well, I mean, some people get married very young.
That is true.
But no judgment. But no, we are not.
No, we are not married. But what else? I'm really excited. This last Guardians movie really makes me excited for what's going to be happening in the future with the DC universe.
Yeah.
Especially because James Gunn is now going to be doing the Superman movie. He's now directing it too, so should be very fun.
Yep.
Superman Legacy, as it's called.
All right. Moving on to FF.
Grade of the fan for 44, please.
Grade of... Of course. This is first appearance Gorgon, everyone's favorite satyr-legged inhuman.
Very good plus.
So
we're asking for 4.
This is a very good plus grade. We're asking $40 on this. Is that it?
Yeah, and it's actually not on strike, surprisingly enough, because James Gunn already finished the script.
Oh, he already did?
Yeah, he already finished the script, but I don't know if they were in pre-production. So the script was already finished. Now, probably costume designing and everything was not.
Right.
But, I mean, hey, Workers Guild, get your paychecks.
Yeah.
They need it. They deserve it.
That's right.
But
yeah, so looking for a higher grade. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, this is very much a red copy. I mean,
the glare doesn't really
It's hard,
help.
yeah, it's hard to
at
tell.
times.
It's hard to tell. But no, this is definitely aged. All right, let's go back a little bit to FF32. FF32, this is a very good plus grade for $55.
Death of a Hero.
Death of a Hero. You are not likely to read a tale like this ever again. Truly, it's a Marvel masterwork of most compelling excellence. Who is he? The Invincible Man.
Gotta love when they start tooting their own horn within the comic.
Never before such daring drama, such raw realism, such raw realism.
Who?
Yes,
Which issue is that?
this is issue 32.
32. I want to know who the man is now.
32 for $55.
32 for 55. That's
$55.
or 32. I'm actually very curious to know what this character is. Death of a Hero.
He was he's not Diablo, but something.
Okay, so it was Skrull Empire. It was Emperor Doric, Invincible Man, and Morat. Morat's first appearance. I'm guessing that it's Invincible Man, who's the Super Skrull. So it's probably the Super Skrull that's the man there. But yeah, interesting. Also, apparently, this is around the time where Ree was really looking for a cure for Ben. And he was just about to be on the cusp of it. Yeah, he devised yet another means of changing the thing back to its human form. And only 24 hours to determine if the transformation was a success or if it would become permanent.
This was always a really cool storyline with the thing, was like villains or other people offering to cure him of his condition, and him falling for it. Sometimes they actually were helpful, but most times they were just trying to trick him or whatever that might be. But the Thing really is one of my favorite FF members.
What do you think about the
yeah,
2000 film? Just curious.
Dr. Doom also used the Invincible Man identity.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. But yeah, what do you think of the 2000 film? I honestly think the idea of Doom using the machine that would turn Ben back into human to power himself an actually compelling plot.
The 2000s FF movies make the Fan4Stick movie look good.
I will die on this hill that the Fan4Stick movie is good for the first half hour, and then as soon as they go into the actual negative zone, it becomes awful.
Right.
It's like an actual good character drama up until that point.
Sure. Next up, we have FF38.
FF38.
This is a fine plus grade for $60.
Frightful Four.
Featuring the Frightful Four.
Doom also swapped consciousness with Daredevils in the trippiest but pretty entertaining 2-part DD story by Stan Lee. I wonder if...
I actually don't know that one.
Yeah, I wonder if Doom was able to handle the radar sensor, if he couldn't even use it, maybe.
Yeah, I would think that would be kind of overwhelming for him.
Yeah, he's just hearing everyone within the city or whatever area Daredevil's in.
Yeah.
That would probably freak everyone out.
Huh.
He's like, they're both asleep. They swap bodies. He wakes up and he's like, why can't I see?
Hey, Kenneth, how you doing?
Hello.
I'm going to step back and let Kenneth look at all the books we have here today, so I'm not blocking anything.
But, yeah, Fantastic Four. Frightful Four.
Yeah, so Frightful Four, not a dream, not an imaginary tale. It had to happen sooner or later. At last, the fabulous FF are defeated by the Frightful Four.
So, who's on the team, Elias?
So this is a very, very unique team. Here we have the Wizard. We have Medusa. We have the Trapster, or Pastepot Pete, as I like to call him, and Sandman. These are their purple uniforms, which I do enjoy a lot. Especially for Sandman. I think that's a cool switch up for him. You're used to the green.
FF38 for $45. Let's see.
FF38 is $60 for the Fine Plus. Fine Plus for $60.
And Fred is asking for the grade and price of this current book, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fine Plus, $60.
and then for the FF 38.
This is 38. That's what I'm
Oh, that is 38.
Yeah, it's the same book. Yeah.
I was like, my brain was
No,
like,
you're
what?
good. Yeah, no, this is 38.
Also, I find it interesting. Fred mentioned that Doom thought there was circuitry within DD's mask, which is why he was able to see with radar vision.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which I think is him coping.
I'm just showing you some.
Fred will claim the book. $60.
Fred said he will pay 60.
Yep.
Just showing everybody the corners here.
Okay.
Again, it's difficult.
Okay. So, claim. 38, right?
Yep, 38.
Okay. 38. Okay. Moving on to the next book.
Good find, Fred. All right. Next up, we have another Frightful Four encounter, or probably a continuation of the same encounter, I should say.
The Brutal Betrayal of Ben Grimm.
Fantastic Four number 41. 41 here. Very good grade for $30. $30.
Do you think...
Nice little layout here with Medusa's hair and the three other members.
If you had to put all of the Fantastic Four within like a death battle, who do you think would win? I think probably Sue.
That's an interesting point.
But also depends on if we're giving her the force fields or not.
Well, I mean, I think her powers are pretty broken if she's allowed to just do, to do whatever.
Because she
sorry,
can just like put like a
if
a force
she
field within someone's head.
Right, if she doesn't have limits, I think she's pretty broken.
Like she just blocked out the sun recently in comics.
Yeah, in the current FF run, she blocked out a part of the sun
for 3 days.
For 3 days,
which is insane.
And
to cover an entire state.
It was exhausting, but she did it. So I mean, if you just think about what that kind of power means.
Yeah, and she did it on like minimal sleep too.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. If Johnny goes Nova, that's a wrap for the rest of the FF.
I mean, they've been around him doing that before, so I feel like they'd be more prepared for that. I mean, I don't know. Also,
like, Ben hasn't been able to survive Johnny going Nova. Now, Reed definitely is dead. Reed is dead at that point, 100%. Reed, I feel like, unironically, is probably the first one getting taken out.
Yeah.
I really like him, but if he doesn't have, like, the time to prepare for it, like, he can't take out everyone. But let's say he has like time, then obviously he wins because he knows everyone's weaknesses.
Right.
But if we're just going like, oh, they just suddenly decided to attack each other, I think Johnny kills everyone except for Sue, and then and the Thing, and then Thing maybe tries to fight Johnny. Sue kills the Thing and then kills Johnny.
Yeah, I mean,
like blowing up their heads.
I mean, because she can deny oxygen to
that too. And since Johnny still requires oxygen for his flames to burn, like
that's what I mean.
It would just immediately burn all the oxygen within that bubble. So definitely would be interesting.
That's just what I'm thinking, but
no,
the Nova was very powerful though.
But yeah, moving on.
So we already went over Gorgon, issue 44. Very good plus for only $40. Right. Everybody remembers that one. So we'll move on to Fantastic Four, number 68. 68 right here is a very good plus copy for only $25.
So the Thing is being captured by someone on the cover? Who is that?
His mission, destroy the Fantastic Four. They are actually trapping the Thing because they are afraid of him.
Interesting. The recent Clobbering Time book has been exploring some of the physiology of Ben Grimm.
Yeah,
is a nice way to put it.
Yeah, right.
By peeling off the rocks from his skin, it's pretty wild.
Pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, the thing definitely is one of those characters. I really hope that Cash should cast a Jewish actor for that role.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be so nice.
But yeah, $25 for this very good plus grade here.
Okay.
FF68.
I can just also read the prices to you.
I just want to make sure people can see them, so I'm just going to be up here today.
Yeah, that looks good. Okay, moving on to the next thing. What else we got?
Fantastic Four number 79.
It is $16. Very good.
$60. Very good grade right here. This Monster Forever.
You know what that means? 68.
So I believe this is from the This Man, This Monster arc. This is probably towards the tail end of it. But This Monster Forever. What's the price again?
$25. $25, very good. Plus. But yeah, do you think the FF could beat the Avengers normally? I think most of the time, yeah.
This one's only 16.
Oh, sorry, 16. Yeah. Very good. Sorry, I was looking at the one right about.
16, very good. I mean, I guess you're saying like classic Avengers lineup?
Yeah, like let's say like Iron Man, Thor, Tony.
Yeah.
Wait, I already mentioned that. Cap, Ant-Man, and Wasp. Right. Let's say that lineup. You think they could beat FF?
FF are pretty tough, man. I mean,
no, they are.
Between Reed's genius and everyone else's abilities, like, you know.
Sure. He would devise a way to take out all of them.
Yeah. Next up, I have FF number 86.
86. $50. Fine. Fine Newman.
Fine Plus.
Fine Plus.
$50 for a Fine Plus copy of Fantastic Four, number 86.
Do we have Red Sonja Catwoman?
We have a lot of Red Sonja books, and we have a lot of Catwoman books. If there's any ones in particular you're looking for,
yeah,
we can attempt to find them in our bins.
Yeah, and you tell us, and then next week we can pull them up here.
Yeah.
See if we can sell them to you. But I feel like this is such a classic cover.
Yeah, this is a very nice cover.
Any cover with Doom leaning over the FF is just like an immediate.
Yeah. So this lineup also has Crystal in it, which is cool. It's interesting. They still all have the 4s on their chests, even though there's 5 of them in this adventure.
Huh. Crystal did date Johnny for quite a period of time, right?
Yeah. And
then eventually they broke up and she married Quicksilver.
Right.
And then divorced Quicksilver.
Yeah.
How the superhero communities love marriage.
So next up, I have a Marvel Collector's Item Classic featuring Panoply of Stories. This is number 6.
$5. Good condition.
$5 for good condition. This is very much a red copy. But these Collector's Item Classics are always a lot of fun. So this has a Fantastic Four story featuring Namor. This has a Tales of Suspense story featuring Iron Man. Also has an Incredible Hulk story. And a Strange Tales story featuring Doctor Strange. And the Domain of Nightmare.
Who do you think is Iron Man's least most underrated villain? Just curious.
Iron Man's most underrated villain?
Yeah. Like one that doesn't get enough love.
Unicorn.
I remember Unicorn from Iron Man Armored Adventures.
He was all over that, man.
Him and what was it? Pegasus?
Yep, Pegasus.
Him and Pegasus were like a duo in that show.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I remember it.
That was always really fun.
I also love the Whiplash design in Iron Man Armored Adventures.
Yeah.
That was a 2009 show, 2008 show. For anyone in the chat who doesn't know.
Yeah, very, very nice animated show. Featured a lot of obscure Iron Man villains.
Very weirdly animated at times.
Yeah.
Very early CGI.
Iron Man has an amazing rogues gallery. So that's why I really enjoyed the Christopher Cantwell run, because he was featuring a lot of obscure villains. I believe even Cardiac was in there at one point.
Yeah, he was.
The first issue actually. Yeah, so I mean, it was like Stiltman, all these really amazing obscure characters.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on to Journey into Mystery. I have issue 101 here, featuring Zarko the Tomorrow Man.
Who is that?
Zarko the Tomorrow Man was thought to be a Kang variant at times, but is not actually. He's a
142, you said?
another character. 101.
101. That'll be $30. Good plus.
$30 for a Good Plus copy.
Thank you, Jasmine.
$30, Good Plus. The Mighty Thor thrills you as never before in the return of Zarko, the Tomorrow Man.
So,
A mighty Marvel masterwork.
so he was thought to be a King variant. Why was that specifically?
Because he's a time traveler.
Okay, that makes sense. Every time traveler eventually leads to Kang.
He had green.
No, that too. Yeah,
He
that's
had
good.
green costume.
Green costume plus time traveler means Kang.
Yes.
Simple formula. Green.
Zarko the Tomorrow Man. He's pretty funny.
So, what was his thing? Was it like shooting like beams or what? Like future tech?
I don't know. Journey into Mystery with the Mighty Thor.
Marty McFly equals Kang.
Yes.
Yep, that'll do it.
Issue 111.
111, $20, good condition.
Good condition for $20. Looks to be fighting King Cobra over here. And Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde over here. It's a very cool cover featuring the Bifrost.
I was going to say, I was like, that's very interesting. And then Heimdall's sword, right?
Yeah, it looks like Heimdall's sword is coming down. It looks like Heimdall threw his sword.
It's funny, it's going right through the words, too.
Yeah, I like that.
That's actually a neat little detail.
And a nice little caption here says, "We decided that this cover is too beautiful to spoil with captions, so here it is. You figure it out."
That's sick.
So you have to pick it up to figure it out.
Do we know who drew that cover?
This looks like it's a Kirby. This has to be Kirby.
Okay. Any chance you can throw in a copy of that FCBD Lex comic?
We'd be happy to.
Yes,
You could have two.
Yes, we can definitely throw that in for you. I'll grab a copy to put in Fred's little order. Free comic book day doesn't end. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
All right, so that's Thor 111.
No, I haven't actually read it. We just didn't have a lot of people pick it up. That was all.
Yeah, it has two stories in it. It has a Clark and Lex story, but then it also has like another kitty thing. Like the Clark and Lex is more of like a teen aimed thing, but then there's like an actual kitty book, like a kitty Batman also featured in there.
But yeah, we didn't read it, either one of us, so sorry. I will, Mother. I will drink my water.
All right. So one more time, $20 for Journey to Mystery 111.
Yeah. What do we got next, Elias?
Next up, moving on to the Mighty Thor, we have issue 142. From the edge of infinity, he comes, possessing all the blockbusting powers of the Fantastic Four. That's right, it's the Scourge of the Super Skrull.
So, whatever happened to Super Skrull after all that happened?
After
It's,
this one?
142, right?
Issue 142.
That'll be $16. Very good.
16. Very good copy right here. Very good.
What is he up to these days?
Well, last I saw the Super Skrull, my last favorite Super Skrull appearance was in the Doctor Strange series. It was where he had the black suit, he went into space, dealt with the gems. You remember that?
I don't know that.
I guess you didn't read that.
I did not read that.
That was a really cool run. But no, I think he's still like part of the Skrull
Empire.
government right now.
Well, the Kree Skrull
Empire.
Empire. Yeah.
Yes. No, he's always cool. Who's on the council though? It's right now. It's Pybok.
Council.
On the Intergalactic Council that we've seen like
yeah
and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I always
Pybok.
forget. I just know who's in charge of the Scree. The Scree. I'm just gonna call them the Scree now.
That's easier.
That's easier, honestly. The
Much
Scree.
easier.
And now that they're just intermingling.
Yeah.
The Screes.
Yep.
But yeah, very, very interesting that they ended that because that was such a long running war for so long. So for them to like suddenly be like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this long time running conflict, it's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah. Super Skrull rules. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He just did a really nice Marvel Select figure of him impersonating the Illuminati.
Oh, really? Oh yeah, the Black Bolt one.
Yep.
Okay, next up.
Next up, I have a Fine Plus copy of Mighty Thor 148. Not sure if you know what this is, but this is the first appearance of Wrecker.
Yes.
That's right, everyone's favorite Wrecking Crew member. Unfortunately, didn't have an amazing portrayal in the She-Hulk show.
Yeah. One of my biggest gripes with the show, definitely.
But this is still a very nice book. What's the thing on this one? What's the thing on this one? The price?
Oh, it's 60.
No, just $60 for the first appearance
But yeah,
of
Wrecker.
Mighty Thor.
I think my favorite.
Awesome Kirby
appearance-
cover here with some nice Kirby crackle back there.
We're streaming from inside the store.
Yep, so we're streaming from inside the Philly Fat Jack's shop.
Come on down whenever you have a chance. But yeah, the
What were you
record.
going to say?
I was gonna say, what's your favorite portrayal of the record? I'd say probably mine is from Earth's
It's
Mightiest
Heroes, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Grade. It's a Fine Plus.
Fine Plus grade right here. See if I can show you the corners. I will attempt to.
But yeah, no, that Earth's Mightiest Heroes was really one of the best superhero shows, period.
Yeah, the Wrecking Crew showed up a couple times in that, and they were awesome. They were just so cool.
Absorbing Man 2 was cool.
Yeah, Absorbing Man was sick. Yeah, I mean the villains really made that show worth it.
Yeah, Leader always had like a huge over. I remember what was it, Planet, a Hulk Planet or whatever it was called. The event where they like it's Gamma World. That was what it was
Gamma
called.
World, yeah, that was awesome.
But yeah, they irradiated everyone.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
All right,
Anyone?
so first appearance Wrecker right there. I'm going to toss it up here.
Yep, feel free. Next up,
I have Tales to Astonish number 71 featuring the Submariner and the Incredible Hulk.
yep, $25. Fine Plus.
Fine Plus for $25 right here. The Submariner starring in The Escape to Nowhere. But not Nowhere, the floating celestial head in
No, so we're actually based in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we're in Philly.
Yep. But even if you were far, we would be able to ship it to you. But yeah, no, Namor and Hulk. That's such an interesting combo.
Yeah, it's
Very
a cool
weird.
combo. I like it. It's interesting. They're both very strong characters with sometimes very brash decision making.
I was going to say they fight first, talk later.
Right.
Type mentalities for both of them.
Definitely.
So definitely, probably them in a room together probably goes splendidly.
Yes, very certain. All right, so that's Tales to Astonish number 71. I only have a couple more Silver Age books.
But before we do that, we're going to be going on to break. So yeah, you'll see you guys right after the break.
All right.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
All right, everybody, back from our first break there. We only have a couple Silver Age books left to show you guys, but they're some nice ones, so don't get too upset. First up, we have an X-Men number 17.
Number 17. $35, very good minus.
Very good minus. You at 35?
Yep.
For $35. You must not reveal the incredible ending to any living soul. Remember, we'll be watching you.
That's kind of creepy.
The tagline to this issue is "And none shall survive." Yeah, Stanley's just watching you with his.
He's watching you as you grab the comic, eyeing you as you gingerly read right through it. And then the minute
don't spoil the ending. Even if you buy this now, don't spoil the ending, okay? Don't do it.
He if you spoiled it at the time, he just had like a tranq dart ready to like blow at like a random kid. He had like a whole like system in place to like take out whoever would try to spoil.
Yeah.
Okay. Up next, X-Men 29.
My final X-Men book here is issue 29. This is very cool. This is Mimic fighting the Super Adaptoid, which is a very nice matchup.
$35, fine minus.
It's fine minus for $35.
It's your Super Adaptoid.
Only $35.
I truly wonder who came first, Super Adaptoid or Amazing? I feel like Amazing probably came first, right?
Really? I don't know what Amazing would have shown up in, because
I'm pretty sure he would have shown up in Action Comics at minimum.
Yeah, I guess so.
As like a counter to Superman, probably because of Toyman.
Hmm.
Or no. He's made by Tomorrow.
No, he's not T.O. Morrow. He's
Oh, it's not Tomorrow?
it's other dude in World's Finest right now. I always forget his
Simon
name.
Stagg?
No. The other creator, the one that they revealed is behind everything.
I always forget.
Dang it. Darn it.
I'm going to search up which came first, Amazo or...
Yeah.
Okay, so Jasmine's asking for some. We'll write it down, and then next week we can pull some. Yep.
You can use this paper. I'll use the board.
Okay. Go search for them.
Keep that.
JLS. So Justice League.
Justice Society?
Justice Society.
Professor Ivo. Yeah,
That was
Ivo.
it. Professor Ivo, yeah.
I always forget his name. Ivo, yeah.
Raven the Bold issue. There it is. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. So Red, Sonya. Who do you think wins, Super Adaptoid or Amazo? Personally, I kind of have to give it Super Adaptoid.
I don't know. Amazo's done some really great. I mean, the thing is, right? Amazo exists in the DC universe, and if DC heroes and characters are as broken as they are, then if Amazo was to adapt any of those things, then he would win, right?
True. That is very true.
Before Super Adaptoid, Fred says. Yeah. So he showed up in Brave and the Bold before Super Adaptoid.
Oh, so there you go. Amazo is one of those. I always like his elf ears too.
Yeah.
Like that's a sick design.
Yeah.
You remember Amazo though in
Young Justice?
no, not even just in that. I meant the animated show, the Justice League animated show.
Unlimited?
Yeah. Well, he was in the first one and then moved into Unlimited.
Ah, gotcha.
In the first one, he was silver, and then he went off into space to explore.
Okay.
And then he came back, and he was just gold because he absorbed so many powers. And it was like Lex was like trying to run away from him, and then he finally got to Lex and was like, "What is my purpose?"
Yeah.
And Lex was like, "Really? That's all you have to ask?"
Afternoon, John McClane.
So yeah, that's the question. Would Adaptoid start mimicking Amazo's abilities? But then again, like, what's the base abilities for Amazo? Because like, this is really the weird question where it's like, which one of them starts out strongest first?
Yeah.
Like
what abilities do they already have loaded into their programming?
Exactly. Like if they have, let's say they both have all the Justice League and all the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, like who would? I kind of have to give it to Amazo at that point then, because the Justice League is just so broken.
Right.
Hey, John. Nice to see you.
I'm taking a step back so that John can look at all these beautiful Silver Age books.
Yeah, we have plenty of Silver Age stuff.
Already a few nice ones have been claimed, but we still have some ASM, Avengers, FF, Journey into Mystery, Fantastic Four.
Let's just quickly go over them real quick.
I'm going to put this down, though. So X-Men 29, I'm going to put down Mimic versus Super Adaptoid. Can we just go down the list?
Yep, just go down the list. Just in case anyone missed.
Yeah, just, for people just joining now, I'm just going to go down the list one more quick time. Amazing Spider-Man 35, fine grade for $70. Avengers number 31, very good for $18. Avengers 35, also very good, $18. Daredevil 40 $40 for very fine. Salute. Fantastic Four number 32, very good plus for $55. Fantastic Four 41, very good for $30. Fantastic Four 44, the first appearance of Gorgon, very good plus for $40. Fantastic Four 68, very good plus, $25. Fantastic Four number 79, very good for $16. Fantastic Four 86, fine plus for $50. Marvel Collector's Item Classic, only $5, good copy. Marvel Collector's Item 6, number 6. Journey to Mystery with the Mighty Thor 101, good plus for $30. Journey to Mystery with Mighty Thor, number 111. Good for 20. Let's see what else what do we have left. Mighty Thor 148, first appearance record, fine plus for 60. And Submariner and the Hulk in Tales to Astonish 71, fine plus for $25.
Okay. Yasmin also wants us to check out Barbarella. If there's any specific issue, definitely tell us, and we can try to have it next week. Issue 3. Okay, awesome.
Of the current run?
Yeah. Of what volume would that be? Would that be the current run or an older
I
run?
think there's multiple, right?
I believe there's minis.
Sure.
But yeah. I was just thinking in my head real quick. What do you think would be the worst way to die as a Marvel citizen, like in that universe? Like, I think personally for me, it'd probably be Grey Gargoyle.
Yeah, Grey Gargoyle is pretty terrifying.
Like, he just touches you and instantly you're frozen, and then someone just like accidentally bumps into you and you just break into a million pieces.
Yeah.
Like, the new run. Okay, perfect.
New run, okay. Take a look for that review. It's like Barbarella, and there's like a subtitle. I know we just had some on our shelves too. It's Barbarella. We're getting. There's a new issue coming out this week.
Yeah,
I know that.
but yeah, no, I think Grey Gargoyle will be my choice for worst way to die.
It's Barbarella, the center cannot hold.
Center cannot hold.
The center cannot hold. Okay.
I'm gonna come back here.
Going back behind. Fred, Purple Man Death would suck. Yeah, that is true. That would be pretty bad.
That's hard to beat.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's hard to beat.
that is kind of hard to beat. For people that don't know, Purple Man can basically instantly mind control you by talking and make you do whatever he wants.
And usually, what he wants is not very nice.
Yeah, it's very much not fun. So, let's say he told you to do jumping jacks within a burning house. That would be horrific. What about you, Elias? What's your choice for worst way to get taken out in the Marvel universe? There's the gears turning. I'm seeing the hamster run. And you guys comment down below also what what you think would be the worst way to be taken out within the Marvel universe as a normal citizen.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're not superpowered. You're just living in that world.
You're living in that world, and your favorite villains come to visit New York City.
Yeah. You for some reason you decide to live in New York City, which is why would you do that? Don't you know that the high insurance rates are because of the amount of death and property damage?
Yeah.
New York City must be crazy. Either dirt cheap or crazy expensive. Either way.
Yeah.
Anyway, no decision. It's always Thanos. You don't have any notice or like recourse. It just kind of happens.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's very true.
Yeah, Grey Gargoyle for me because it would just be horrifying to be stuck in one spot,
Yeah.
unable to do anything.
Yeah. So now that we've done some Silver Age Marvel, figured we could do some older DC books.
Yeah.
I grabbed some Action Comics and some Adventure Comics and some Adventures of Superman.
Second worst way to die is being anyone that Peter Parker loves. That is very, very true. Poor Peter's really getting into his current run.
Yeah.
Yay. Can't wait for issue 26.
Yeah, issue 25 of ASM comes out this week. And it's the penultimate issue, supposedly, because 26 is going to be something horrific.
Yeah, that is going to anger the fan base.
That's what Mr. Zeb Wells has stated.
Yep, he was advised to no longer go to Comic-Cons for the foreseeable future after that issue.
Yeah.
Which I think is Yikes.
Pretty rough.
If they killed Mary Jane, I honestly, at this point in the story, I think that might be a mercy at this point. They've kind of just destroyed her character so much.
So I have a story about this that is very funny. We're at Comics Pro, and I'm doing tech for Comics Pro. And CB Cebulski from Marvel, the editor-in-chief of Marvel, is there presenting the Marvel thing, and their PowerPoint crashes. So I'm fixing it, and he's losing the room, right? People are starting to talk. And I go, CB, tell him you're killing somebody. And he looks at me like, dude, shut up. Like I hit a nerve. And I'm going, oh, okay, tell him you're killing somebody you're not actually killing. And then the solicitation for this hit like 2 weeks later. I'm like, oh, that was okay.
Jeez. Yeah, that I don't know, because obviously this is a flashback story. So
she can't die until the current present day.
Well, I mean, so once they're done with the flashback, they gotta then bring it forward again. I know that Raven came into the city again. Isn't that what kicked this whole thing off? So
yeah.
Raven's just gonna pull up and kill Mary Jane. I guess that's it.
Yeah, I guess so. Awesome epic ASM moment. Anyway, moving on. Action Comics.
Action Comics. This is a good copy. Action Comics number 388 for $3. This is a wedding of Superman right here, featuring a lot of fun characters on the front. Bizarro saying, "Hooray for Superman, I like him." You know that's probably not a good sign when Bizarro's saying something positive.
Yeah, it's never good. Bizarro saying anything positive is always really, really concerning.
Yeah.
I've been reading the Red Hood and the Outlaws book webtoon recently. That's been really fun.
Yeah. Next up, I got Action Comics number 397. This is a very interesting futuristic look at Superman. He's saying, Lois is married, Jimmy's a big wheel, and all my friends gone. The world doesn't need me anymore. Why? What was the secret of the wheelchair Superman?
What?
Wheelchair Superman.
Wheelchair Superman.
Good copy for $3.
That's very interesting to say the least.
Superman's sitting in the wheelchair with white sideburns.
Yeah, so that means he definitely lost his invulnerability at minimum. Because he only ever gets those sideburns if he's older.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Poor man.
This is just a one-shot story, so it's just they were trying stuff out at the time.
Yeah, this is probably what led into Crisis. The amount of random stories they would just randomly do.
Yeah. Next up, I have Action Comics number 486. Who's firing at Superman? Why? Where? How can this weapon kill the invulnerable Man of Steel? $6 for this Fine Plus copy.
Yep. What issue is it?
Issue 486.
486.
486 of Action Comics. It looks like just some random guys firing a gun at Superman. And that's it. That's all that's going on there.
But did you ever hear the theory that before Crisis on Infinite Earths, every single Action Comics and Detective Comics issue was just in a parallel universe?
Oh, really?
There's theories about that.
I mean, that would make sense, honestly.
And that's why they had to do the Crisis, is because it just kept on never ending. It just infinitely expanded constantly. So they got to the point where once you hit issue 300, you have 300 parallel worlds all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy though.
Yeah. So this is $6 for 486. Fine Plus copy. Looks like Rich Buckler did this cover. That's cool.
Is he? I don't know much about Rich Buckler.
Rich Buckler is the creator of Deathlock.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. I really should read up on Deathlock more.
Yeah, he's cool.
I never deep dived into his origin or much of his stuff, to be honest.
He doesn't get a lot of love.
Yeah, the closest thing that he's gotten to a lot of love was the Savage Avengers run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up, Action Comics number 526. Superman is face to face with Neutron, the living bomb. At stake are the very existence of Metropolis, and with every tick of the clock, time is running out.
Yeah, we're down to hear your Rich Buckler story.
Yeah,
So,
I had the pleasure of meeting him as well.
Rich is from Detroit originally. He went to New York first, but followed by Arvell Jones and Al Milgrom and Keith Pollard and all of those guys who worked for both companies in the 80s or so. What they would do is they were all sleeping on Rich's floor. They'd get fired by Marvel, walk across the street, work for DC for 2 days, get fired by DC, walk back across the street and work for Marvel. Like, that was how it worked back then, because you would get fired off of a project, not fired by the company.
Okay.
They would just go back and get another job, which was hysterical. But late in his life, Rich suffered from terrible, terrible dementia because of everyone's favorite reason, drugs. So Rich, while being a great guy, got really paranoid. So I had to pick him up to take him to Motor City Comic Con, and he wouldn't let me get on the interstate. So instead of going to Motor City Comic Con, I spent 6 hours driving with Rich Buckler around the state of Michigan, and he was just telling me Marvel and DC stories that I have no idea if they were true or not. But if they were true, like, I should write a book. I should have written a book. Like, I should have recorded it. Yeah. They're the greatest stories you've ever heard.
Jeez.
But Rich was just a really, really sweet guy, and I've bought a lot of his art now to bring back to the Midwest, and hopefully at some point get it exhibited in Detroit, where he's from. So
wow,
that's nice.
Yeah, I think I met him at. I know I met him at a con. I think it might have been NYCC, but he signed my my Deathlock 1 copy. I remember that. That was really cool when I was much younger. Definitely not the most talkative guy, at least that day.
That tends to be most comic creators, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it really varies. It really does vary. I caught Al Ewing on a good day one year of NYCC, and I caught Al Ewing on a bad day the next year. So,
what happened on the bad day?
He just, I think he was out late the night before. We'll just say that, and he was very one-word responsey. Yeah.
Fair.
It was funny though, because I had him like sign like Immortal Hulk 1 at that first year, and then it was like probably like 25 or 30 by the time the next signing was. But yeah,
I feel like I've heard of Neutron from this, either from the Flash TV show or something.
Yeah. So once again, Action Comics 526, $5 right here.
Oh, a classic comic of Superman.
Yeah, Neutron, the living bomb. What is he? I feel like he was in Young Justice in that Flash episode.
Oh yes, he was.
Right.
He was the guy that was sent back in time.
Yeah.
That Impulse was supposed to stop.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's why I knew him.
Yeah.
I was trying to rack my brain why.
Yeah, so he's time related, I guess, too.
Yeah. But yeah, he's sent from the future, and then he gives not Wally, Bart, the cure for his weapon, not his weapon, his powers.
Okay.
So that he wouldn't explode.
Wow.
Because otherwise, it was going to kill Barry.
Right. Yeah, that was it was like a puzzle, that episode. They were like trying not to get too close to him, or like run in between the blasts and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but they still wanted to help him.
And Wally and Jay couldn't do it because they weren't fast enough either. Or he checked.
Oh, sorry, I just wanted
to. Anyway, what do you got next in that bag of goods?
Next up, I have Action Comics number 587.
Ooh.
For $3. This is featuring Demon.
The Demon Etrigan.
Demon Etrigan.
I love whenever he's in a story, just because he's always rhyming, and he always comes off with like some of the sickest tongue twisters.
Yeah, right.
But
always has to rhyme.
Put the Demon Etrigan in a room with MF Doom and see what happens.
That'd be awesome.
be rapping like the Demon Etrigan. So that'd be cool if he's just like at a freestyle concert or something like that. get him on the mic.
Demon freestyler.
But yeah, such a cool character.
So Demon saying to Superman here, though we fought side by side, Man of Steel, you must die so that millions may live.
That doesn't even rhyme. What?
Yeah, he's not rhyming.
Hey, that's not cool. He's not rhyming. You gotta rhyme, bud. That's like your whole shtick. Demon Etrigan is a very fun character. I love seeing him in Justice League Dark and all those different versions of him.
Yeah.
I also love Jason Blood. Jason Blood's a very interesting character, I feel like. He's just forced to inhabit a demon within his soul until he eventually dies. Or no, he's immortal. He's immortal, so he doesn't even get that chance.
Yeah.
What's your ideal lineup for Justice League Dark?
Justice League Dark, Demon, Swamp Thing, Constantine has to be in there usually.
Yeah.
Demon, Swamp Thing, Constantine, Dead Man for sure.
I'd say Zatanna.
I guess Zatanna. I don't tend to love her character, but
I think she fits.
I
actually really like the Wonder Woman one.
She fits better than Wonder Woman does, I feel like.
Really? I think Wonder Woman fits very well in comparison to like Batman or something.
I don't understand her inclusion.
Well, it has to be someone from the Justice League. That's why. To name it Justice League Dark, you have to have someone from the Justice League.
Okay, I didn't.
So you
I didn't read that run. I didn't read that run, but it just didn't seem very I don't understand.
Apparently, it was very good.
Why she was mystical involved, but
I mean, Greek mythology is very magical.
That's true.
Anyway,
I do have to read that.
Moving on.
Moving on. Action Comics 687 for $5. This is the last son of Krypton coming back after he died at the hands of Doomsday.
Yeah. The return. But yeah, Death of Superman, such a famous event that really changed the course of comic industry, I would say.
Yeah. This is a really fun collector's edition because it has the last son of Krypton poster included. There's a poster.
Oh, there's a poster included? That's sick.
Yeah. It's a nice green kryptonite shade cover right there.
That's awesome. Death Metal killed Doomsday. Yes, they did. They did result in Doomsday. Anyway, let's take a break, and we'll see you after the commercials.
Comic Collectibles is here for you every Wednesday with AR Comics for two very important reasons. To sell you rare, one-of-a-kind comics that you'll love, and to confuse AR with old man talk. You see, Rex and John are, how should I put this, ancient as the roots of the mountains. So every week, Rex and John fill in AR in yet another area of pop culture that he missed because he's too young, just didn't have the time, or just really doesn't care about. It's a real public service they provide. Come buy some super rare and unique comics, while old men explain long-dead sci-fi shows to a younger man making that confused puppy face. Every Wednesday from 6 to 8 Eastern with Rex, John, and AR Comics. Comic Collectibles, on the Experience. Comic culture and sales.
Go follow the Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wigline Show on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hello.
Hope everyone's having a fine Sunday.
Yeah.
We still got a lot more books to show you guys.
Got some cool ones lined up.
Yeah.
Let's hit it.
All right. Should I start with the main series?
Yeah, let's start with the main series, the main book, the whole shebang. So if you guys don't know, there's a little movie called Flash coming out soon, and obviously it is very much based off of Flashpoint. So we pulled some issues, some cool issues, and some side stories from that entire event.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys enjoy it.
So first up, I have Flashpoint issue number 4 out of 5. Very fine plus copy for $9.
Did you ever read the Flashpoint by any chance?
I've never read the story myself, actually.
It's really good. It's surprisingly good. Do I think it's the end all be all of every Flash story? No, but it is very, very good. Jeff Johns does an amazing job of writing Barry as an interesting character. But yeah, no, Flashpoint is definitely a very good story. Very well thought out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So this cover features Emperor Aquaman and Wonder Woman looking to attack Barry.
Do you know why they're fighting each other?
I do not.
So basically, Wonder Woman and Aquaman started cheating on Wonder Woman and Aquaman started hooking up, and basically Mera was angry. Wonder Woman killed her and brought her severed head to Aquaman and just left it in front of him.
Nice.
And and then they declared war against each other.
How pleasant.
How very much pleasant. So as you know, I'm sure that went very well.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very good mutual breakup.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why they started a war and threatened all of humanity with it too.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully these books will be rising in popularity as we get closer to that movie release.
Yep.
So $9, very fine plus grade, Flashpoint number 4.
Yeah, nothing says live like a severed head. Yep. That truly. Way to send a message. Could have sent a text. Maybe that would have been nicer. Next up, we also have issue 5.
Issue 5 right here is the first appearance of Pandora.
Yeah.
Very fine minus for $9. Also $9 here. First appearance Pandora. Do you know much about Pandora?
So Pandora is literally what it sounds like. She's the Greek mythology version of Pandora. But the thing is that she is one of the, I think it's called the Dark Trio. It's her, the Phantom Stranger, and I always forget the third one. But basically they are in charge of magic within the world and like keeping the balance. But because at the end of Flashpoint it leads into New 52, it leads the Vertigo worlds to start melding with the DC Universe worlds, which was not a thing before. Like Vertigo used to be very separate. And so they started melding, and then she was trying to fight it off, but then Dr. Manhattan saw her and was like, nope.
Yeah.
And they just smited her out of existence. And that was where we ended with for years.
Wow. But yeah, this is the final issue of Flashpoint. We only have 4 and 5 here today because the other ones are gone.
Yeah.
But this wraps up the story right here. $9 for this book.
And it leads right into New 52. So, I mean, if you're going to do a grand New 52 read, that honestly might be where you want to go.
Yeah. So next up, I got one of the Flashpoint miniseries, one of the 3-issue minis.
Yes.
Project Superman, issue 1 for $5.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. I expect this to be rising in popularity and price very, very soon.
Because it seems like, to me, at least from the trailers, that the movie is going to have a version of Superwoman in it who might be a project, / experiment right there. So maybe that's kind of their version of Project Superman in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
That would make a lot of sense.
Just to clear up some confusion, Jasmine, are you trying to claim Flashpoint number 5? Just curious. It'll take a second for the response to come in.
Okay. So Jasmine's going to take Flashpoint 5.
Jasmine will take Flashpoint number 5.
For $9.
For $9. Good job.
We do have another copy of that, if you do want that, Nick.
Yeah, we do have an extra copy.
We do have a second copy. Same grade, same price, $9. So let us know if you want to grab that one.
But yeah, no, I'm Project Superman is definitely going to play a huge part. There's theories that she's going to be in Russia, so it's going to be a Russian version of that. So it's going to be a mix between Red Sun and that.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting, nonetheless.
That's cool.
But I'm excited. I definitely expect this to rise in price.
Yeah.
Once the film comes out, people actually see it.
Yeah. So just $5 right now. Project Superman number 1. I have number 2.
Yeah.
For $4.
I always feel so bad for him. He's
I know,
severely deprived of all food and sunlight. It's like the worst scenario for him.
No, the way they draw him is just so like
they draw him very gangly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like his arms are just too long for his body, and
I do love the outfit though. Like the uniform is such a cool
it's a callback
desperate
to the original.
But clean look for him.
Yeah, very much so.
But yeah, it's very much clear that he's an experiment just based on the uniform.
Yeah, S1.
So issue 2 for $4. And finally, issue 3 for $4 as well.
Yeah.
Whole mini series right here.
I really should reread this because I've forgotten most of it. I read it when I was doing the reread of Flashpoint. I would say about 7 years ago. But I really should reread this specific project because I remember reading the first issue and it was almost like a psychological horror because it's just from the perspective of Superman.
Right.
But it also was from the perspective of the government too because his pod crashes in the middle of Metropolis in that universe. So instead of going to Kansas, it just crashes right into Metropolis and it kills a bunch of people.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's really horrific.
That's crazy.
And I think the death toll was 10,000 or something like that. It was insane.
Wow.
The Daily Planet got took down too. It went right through. But yeah, Flashpoint. Wild what if stories, basically.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
Moving on to the next mini.
We got World of Flashpoint. Basically discussing key players that didn't get enough time within the main story to talk about, but do show up, especially in the last issue, whether it be one character like Raven or another character like the Captain Thunder. That was his name. I had to remember his name. But yeah, no. World of Flashpoint, basically, if you want to flesh out the world, literally this is what it's for.
Yeah.
Because we don't really spend that much time exploring the world in the main story.
Right. Jasmine, make sure you go fill out that form, okay?
Yep.
So this is World of Flashpoint number 1 for just $4.
And I believe that is Raven on the cover, but let me just double check. World of Flashpoint.
Next up, I have number 2 for also $4. And I have number 3 for $4. So home mini here. You can have it for $12. 4, 8, 12.
So yeah, I'm looking into the wiki right now, and it is about Tracy 13. So not Raven. It's Tracy 13.
So she has that 13 on her forehead. Yeah.
That makes sense. And it's about her joining Hive. And then the next issue, number 2, is about is also still about, so it's following Tracy 13, but now she's dealing with Guy Gardner, Jason Todd, Red Tornado, and they're fighting against Nazis and guerrillas. A very interesting combo.
Epic. So World of Flashpoint, each book is $4.
But yeah, this is the first. Number 2 is the first appearance of Jason Todd in that universe. I wonder how he is without Batman in his life.
Yeah.
Probably better. Probably better.
Yeah.
And then number 3. Did we have number 3 or no?
Oh, Flashpoint. Yeah.
It was just them during the main battle, basically.
Okay. Yeah. So you see all those.
So yeah, Shazam, Cyborg, Flash. All them together, and then it's like showing the fallout of the final battle, basically, but not from Flash's perspective this time.
Right.
Because if you guys remember, during that battle, a lot of people die.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, good miniseries. Gotta drink your water. I should probably drink mine too.
Yep. Next up, I have Emperor Aquaman mini issue 2.
Yep. And you can see him holding Mara's decapitated corpse.
But you can't tell because it's just off the page.
Aha! Clever. Would that be paneling? No, right?
Nah.
That would
just layout choice.
Layout choice, yeah. Either way, you can see that Aquaman's very angry. Probably wasn't expecting to see his wife decapitated. Came back home for a little surprise.
Yeah. And then his reaction.
Yeah, to Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
To Wonder Woman doing that.
Aquaman got very angry and started fighting her. And this is the beginning of the war. The war that will eventually lead to the U.S. using what's his name? Adam. Is he just called the Atom? No. It's Captain Atom. And then he becomes a nuke. So in that universe, Captain Atom's designed to be a nuke.
Right.
And literally, he just nukes the entire world. Like he's
wow.
And the only reason the world keeps going is because Barry literally outran it, as it was like taking the entire world.
Right.
So if he hadn't done that, would have been a desolate wasteland.
Wow.
So awesome.
So yeah, Emperor Aquaman number 3 for $4. Only have 2 and 3 of that series. Yep. But...
well, each of them ends at 3. So
yeah, I don't know 1 as well.
Oh yeah, we don't.
Only have 2 and 3. I also only have 2 and 3 of the Wonder Woman and the Furies series.
Following her as she conquered throughout Europe, slowly but surely taking over the land masses to fight against Aquaman.
This is a Dan Abnett writing credit, so that's cool. If you don't know, Dan Abnett reintroduced the Guardians into the comicscape and basically let people know about the Guardians for the first time.
That's cool.
For a lot of people who didn't know them. They're the modern team that we know today.
So he redesigned the costumes. Would you say he's the one that redesigned it for the movie? Like
he made the suicide suits that Mike was talking about.
Okay.
The blue and red outfit. Yeah, Dan.
That makes sense.
Well, probably the artist designed it, but maybe Dan called for it. But
Maybe.
anyway, Wonder Woman and the Furies issue 2 for $4, and Wonder Woman and the Furies issue 3 for $3.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't expect to see any Wonder Woman or Aquaman. If we do, I think it'll be very much in the background, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't expect them to be major players in the movie. Maybe they are though, and maybe we're in for a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a time for them to
try anything.
To bring back old people. I mean, obviously they're bringing Michael Keaton back as Batman. So if they want to bring other actors back just for cameo appearances or, all sorts of multiverse fun, I think that's very possible. I think they might go ahead and do that. Because I don't think we're getting another Flash movie anytime soon. And we also have to transition into James Gunn's universe, which this might be a jumping off point for that.
I definitely think it is. Because
so hopefully the end of the movie puts us in the new universe that we're going to be occupying.
I definitely think it should just end with a white screen and then just say it says the DC universe will return.
Yeah.
Eventually.
That could be
and
cool.
and then it's like ...
Yeah.
Like that would be cool. That would be like, okay, that's neat.
Right.
I'm very excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on.
Issue 1 of the Secret 7 mini.
Yeah, so this is one of the miniseries I did not know much about, actually.
Looks like Shade the Changing Man is featured on the cover here. This is a $4 book right here, $4. And I do have the full miniseries of this Flashpoint book here.
Secret 7. So in the Secret 7 timeline, in the Flashpoint timeline, the original members are Black Orchid, Clarion, Miss X, Shade the Changing Man, Simon Magus, Stiletto, and Trigon.
Very cool.
But yeah, they are said to have committed suicide, but it's possible that Shade killed the rest of them under the influence of his madness vest.
Wow.
And doesn't remember.
That's crazy.
And then Cyborg asks him to rebuild the team to fight against Wonder Woman and Aquaman. And the new team is Abracadabra, Amethyst, Enchantress, Mind Warp, Raven, and Zatanna.
Nice.
So very interesting.
The second book features the first appearance of Mind Warp. For just $4, you can have the first appearance of Mind Warp. Secret 7 issue 2.
Yeah. I don't know much about Mind Warp, to be honest, but the fact that he hasn't really been brought over to the mainline continuity, as far as I know.
This might be his only. It must be
his only appearance.
Self-contained.
Maybe in the other timeline, he just has a better life. He didn't miss that one sandwich.
Yeah.
Man became a villain after getting his order wrong once.
And finally, issue 3 does feature Raven on the cover.
Yeah. Also, the fact that Trigon committed suicide in this universe is kind of wild.
That's crazy.
What? How does that even work? Because he's just a being of demonic energy. He's not an actual person.
Yeah.
At least not in the physical way.
Right.
But I also wonder how that affects Raven too, because she draws power from him sometimes, depending on the continuity. So
yeah.
Does she just become the new ruler of? I just forget what he rules. Is it just Hell, or is it called something else? Is it just called Limbo? I always forget what Trigon.
I think they have another name for it, right?
Yeah, I think they have another name for it. Let me check. Actually, I'm actually curious.
So Secret 7 issue 3 for $3. So there's the next 3-issue mini right there. As always, I want to encourage you guys to comment and ask for any particular series that you like.
Yeah. Oh, so it was Hell. He is the lead, the ruler.
Next up, I have the Outsider miniseries.
Yes.
Issue 1 for $4.
Outsider. I actually did not know about this one.
Issue 1 for $4.
This one must have been just outside because I did not even see this.
Issue 2 for $4. And issue 3 for $3. This has a lot of cool characters in it. Just on the first cover, there's Cyborg and Bats and Abin Sur. Abin Sur, who actually did not give the ring to Hal.
Yeah, no, he survived.
Which is a cool twist as well.
So apparently he's an Indian metahuman who builds India into a world power. And his powers are, his skin resembles stone. He has superhuman durability, stamina, strength, geokinesis, and decelerated aging. Plus he has extreme intelligence.
All right.
But very, very interesting character that I don't know much about.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Second cover features him fighting Black Adam.
Of course. As we all know from the famous Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson film, the pivotal best film of the DC universe, shaking up the hierarchy, as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson like to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did shake up the hierarchy. Totally.
And issue 3 features the Manhunter, who looks to be their version of Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. He wasn't actually brought over by the scientist this time.
Yeah.
I think he literally just it took him longer to get there, so he didn't have as much time to adapt.
Yeah. It's a really cool cover. All these covers are done by Kevin Nolan. I'm personally a huge fan of Kevin Nolan's work.
Yeah.
I really like his stuff. And this is a James Robinson written story, which is also cool.
Flashpoint
and Javi Fernandez did the interior art.
Flashpoint is just one of those worlds.
Yeah.
Just the simple, yeah. I still recommend you read it, Elias, honestly, at some point.
Oh, we should do a retrospective review.
Yeah, we should actually.
On Cosmic Calamities on our YouTube channel, The Cosmic Panel. We do these event reviews, so Flashpoint should definitely be one of them. We'll try and line it up with the Flash movie release. I think that would be a good
That'd
time.
be cool.
So I'll have to read all these. Next up, I have the Lois Lane and the Resistance mini.
Okay, yes. So she acts as a reporter on the front lines, but she doesn't fight against Wonder Woman or Aquaman. She's basically just trying to work for the U.S. government to get info and intel.
Right.
So it's basically just what if Lois Lane was a secret agent? It's like the best way to put it.
Yeah.
So it is a very interesting group though that she carries around with her. I believe it's Grifters on it, like a bunch of Wildstorm characters aren't in on it.
Yeah. There's Grifter.
There's Grifter.
On issue 2 for $3.50.
He gets a bullet to his head in the third issue.
And issue 3.
Yeah, the end of Flashpoint, he just gets killed off.
It looks like Demon's in the team.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Looks like it. Looks like Demon, Grifter. And then the bug character I have a one-shot of.
Ambush Bug.
I wish.
Ambush Bug is very fun.
The Canterbury Cricket.
What?
That's right. That's
I've never heard of that character.
Canterbury Cricket. Yep.
Canterbury Cricket.
He's a Golden Age character. I'm assuming.
Must be, yeah.
So.
That's just funny. It's such a strange name.
Another mini there. Lois Lane and the Resistance. So here's the Canterbury Cricket one shot for $3.50.
This is the one that sells.
This is the Canterbury Cricket.
Yes, we are asking for $1,000. No. That's a sick design, though, I will say.
Yeah, pretty
very, very wild that they gave that a one-shot even.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they even gave that I guess they were really pulling, like, just trying to make anything work at that moment.
Well, if I'm not mistaken,
They stopped all the ongoing.
Yeah, Flashpoint. They stopped all the ongoings just to do this event. So they were really filling up the shelves with as many titles as possible, I think.
Yeah, there's 16 miniseries.
Wow.
So, yes, very much filling the shelves.
Next up, I have the Legion of Doom mini, issue 1 for $4.
Lex.
Issue 2 featuring a terrifying Plastic Man for $3.50.
Plastic Man is just one of those
And
characters.
issue 3 for $3.50. But yeah, I mean, look at this.
Look at that Plastic Man cover. That's actually insane.
It's terrifying.
That is really terrifying.
This gives the
gnarly.
DC vs. Vampires variant a run for its money.
It really does. Damn, it's pretty wild. Plastic Man is one of those characters that I really think is underutilized.
Yeah.
In comics, and I love seeing him get love. He's one of my favorites.
Wasn't Elongated Man in the Flash show or something?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then got canned.
He got canned because he had some tweets.
He got canceled.
Yeah. They were pretty bad.
But Plastic Man hasn't shown up in any movie, like live action stuff yet, right?
Never. You know what's really funny about the Flash TV show? They got the one character that can literally shapeshift his face and everything, and they never recasted the character. It's like, literally, like, this character has the ability to change his face, so you could easily change him into a different actor, and they just didn't.
Yeah, they just gave up.
Just
That's
gave
really
up.
funny. There's not many recasting, like,
Scenarios that would make
scenarios,
sense.
right? That's funny.
And this was definitely one of them that they could have easily done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also like Cyborg in this universe because he is taking orders directly from the president.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's like at the upper echelon of the U.S. military. So he's like the only real, like, recognized superhero at that point, which is pretty crazy. So
yeah,
he's also like way more built. So it has a ton more tech because of just military grade technology, I guess.
So for the people in the comments, what's a character who wasn't addressed in the Flashpoint event that you think should have been addressed?
That is a good question.
Comment down below which DC character you think should have been involved or affected somehow by the Flashpoint universe but was not. Next up, I have the Kid Flash Lost mini.
So I actually read this fully.
Cool.
And I remember most of it. Most of it's just Bart Allen trying to get back to his own dimension. Literally what it says, he's lost. He's like trapped in this like weird dimension where like it's like almost like a futuristic apocalypse, and he's just trying to escape, but every time he tries to access the Speed Force, he can't. And he keeps seeing Barry run by him every time he accesses the Speed Force. So it very much like acts as like a prelude to New 52.
Right.
Because he disappears at the end of the book. Like the book is him being like almost reaching Barry, and then he misses.
Wow.
And then the reset happens. So it's a pretty like he was trying to warn Barry, like, you're not going to be able to fix this, like,
right.
And it's like an inevitable story, which is, I think, pretty cool.
Wow.
But yeah, Kid Flash plays a huge part, at least in this. It doesn't actually really take place much in the Flashpoint world, but it is very much related to the Flashpoint event.
Yeah.
Because he's from like the 31st century, so
right.
This is what the Flashpoint world would have looked like in the 31st century.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it would have been like horrible, just like just the thing. Think of Mad Max, but way too purple. Like everything's just purple instead.
Okay.
And way more machines.
Okay.
Like that's basically what the 31st century would have looked like.
Yeah. So Kid Flash Lost issue 1 for $5.
Yeah, it was a good series.
Kid Flash Lost issue 2 for $4. And Kid Flash Lost issue 3 for $3. There's that whole mini right there.
Okay. Okay. Next up, we have Hal Jordan, who did not receive the ring in this universe, but he does get to fly an aircraft.
He's just a normal dude.
Ordinary man.
Hal Jordan issue 1 for $350, 2 for $350, and 3 for $350. So he's still flying for Ferris Air, I take it?
Actually, Ferris Air gets bought out by the U.S. government.
Okay.
Surprisingly enough. Which makes sense. I mean, hey, they're low on military people. Everyone keeps dying to Wonder Woman and Aquaman. So people probably don't want to work for them anymore. So yeah, he's piloting for them, and eventually he's right in the middle of the war zone, basically.
Right.
Yeah, he's attacked by the shark, who is King Shark. And Hal coordinates with Carol in pulling off a risky maneuver that involves getting rid of the shark by slamming their jets into him and then quickly parachuting out of their aircraft. Killer shark. So
nice.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. Hi, Thomas.
He also uses, really quickly, Green Arrow Industries apparently gives him a nuclear weapon to bomb Western Europe with.
Wow.
And then he does that.
Jeez.
So awesome.
Hope you're doing well, Thomas. Take a look at all these nice Silver Age books up on the rack.
Yeah, if you have any questions,
if you have any questions in general, don't be afraid to ask. We're just going over some Flashpoint minis right now.
Yeah. I really should read the Abensur one more. Because I from what I heard about it, it's very interesting. But anyway.
My personal favorite one-shot.
God of War.
God of War #1 for $350.
Yeah. I mean, what you hear is what you get. Grodd becomes the new... He kills a bunch of Themyscirians, and eventually Ares decides to work with him.
Nice.
And that's how it ends.
He's the God of War right there.
He's the God of War. It's... I feel like Kratos should be suing.
Yeah. I guess this falls under parody, huh?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. It would be very interesting.
And then there's also a Green Arrow Industries one-shot.
Yeah, the ones that made the nuke that eventually destroyed the world. Woo! So I'm guessing Captain Atom is just... So Captain Atom is just the movie exclusive, if I remember correctly then. He was just a movie-specific version, but Green Arrow was the one that that
gotcha.
Industries dropped the bomb then.
Yeah.
And they overestimated it and just nuked everything.
The caption on the bottom is, "Can we build one for you?" So I guess that's referring to the nuke.
Yeah, basically. But yeah.
Next mini we got is Frankenstein and the Creatures of the Unknown.
Frankenstein. This character will actually be appearing in Creature Commandos, so highly recommend.
To be noted.
But yeah, this is their ragtag team. It's basically the counter version of Creature Commandos, but in Flashpoint world.
Right.
And they're on a suicide mission, because of course they are.
Yeah.
I forgot what exactly it was, but it was to obtain intel specifically about Wonder Woman.
And good news, this is a Jeff Lemire book.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
I have to read that.
Yeah, Jeff Lemire right there.
I did not read that, so because it was a one shot. So
it's another mini.
Oh, is it actually another mini? I usually stuck to just the mini, so I'm kind of surprised I missed that. But then again, 16 series. They'll definitely do it.
What's really going to be crazy is this Night Terrors event, because there's 2-issue minis for 20 different characters.
Yeah, I don't understand how they're going to be able to handle that. They're going to be stopping so many normal books just to do that too.
It's their summer, break period or whatever they call it.
Yeah, it's just really annoying because
on the main books.
It's like a lot of stories are just getting to interesting parts, and we're going to put a a break on it.
Yeah. So
Hopefully it's good. I'm sure we won't be overwhelmed with the amount of minis.
Yeah. Frankenstein and the Creatures of the Unknown #1 for $4, #2 for $3.50, and #3 for $3.50 as well.
Okay. Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster, as everyone wants to correct consistently, even though he is called Frankenstein in this version.
Well, he shouldn't be. It's wrong.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for Creature Commandos. I just want to see more Weasel.
Yeah.
Weasel being in the show is going to be very funny.
I love Weasel.
Hey, Lyle. Feel free to look at any of the comics that we have on here, and if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. We have prices and grades here with us, so just ask any questions about any specific comics, and we'll take them out and show you.
Next Flashpoint mini I got is Deathstroke
Yes.
and the Curse of the Ravager. Issue 1 for $4.
Deathstroke in this universe is also very interesting because I know in the final battle he confronts Grifter.
Okay.
And Grifter have like beef,
Uh-huh.
and he kills Grifter, and then immediately he gets killed.
Uh-huh.
The final battle is mostly just person shoots a person. Immediately that person who shot gets immediately shot. Like it's just a domino effect of people dying. It's really horrific.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, it's the final battle is crazy. It's just that's why there's so many minis, I would say, especially taking place in that time because it was just so chaotic. I think it takes place right in Paris too.
Wow.
So pretty wild.
Issue 2 for $3.50.
Yeah, as you can see, he's obviously fighting Aquaman, who I'm not a huge fan of this look for Aquaman, to be honest. It's very militant.
Yeah.
But it kind of works. But yeah.
And issue 3 for $3.50. Oh, full Deathstroke and the Curse of the Ravager.
Yeah.
Did you read Peacemaker yet?
No, I still got to read it. I was just reading Radiant in Black and then I kind of fell asleep.
Right.
Because I feel really icky today. And I think I have the sniffles, as you can obviously hear from my cough and nose. Dead Man.
Dead Man and the Flying Graysons, issue 1, 2, and 3.
So basically, Dead Man is not dead. False advertising. He's actually alive, and he's just protecting Richard Grayson from the horrific horrors of war.
Wow.
And it's basically because his parents died. Basically, Dead Man has to lead him to like safety. I don't know if he dies in the end, but I know he's alive for most of it in the beginning, especially. And that's like the whole thing is that like every time you think he's going to die, it's fine. He ends up fine. Like he'll do like a trick, and he'll say like I wasn't prepared for this, and then he'll just be okay.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, when is he gonna die? Like it's like the expectation of like when is he gonna die?
Yeah.
So,
Also, I love this Nightwing costume.
Yeah, Nightwing costumes are sick.
It's really nice.
There's so many Nightwing costumes.
The yellow and blue.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, issue 1 for $4, issue 2 for $3.50, and issue 3 for $3.50. Love me some Dead Man, and love this Nightwing outfit. I definitely got to check this series out.
Yeah. I gotta just reread the entire Flashpoint. We will be doing that eventually.
Dead Man and the Flying Graysons.
When does the Flash movie come out again?
Flash is June 16th.
So we have less than a little over a month to catch up on all that. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad.
We also have a Flash section somewhere behind the pole area.
Yeah.
At the shop.
Jumping off points.
Encouraging you to catch up with the Flash before the movie.
Citizen Cold, who is a hero in this universe.
Oh.
One of the few remaining superheroes that answers Cyborg's call. And the reason why is because Cyborg claims that he has Batman agree to work with them when Batman has not agreed to work with them. And Cyborg gets them all to the rooftop, and he's like, yeah, so I kind of lied. I didn't get Batman's approval. And everyone's like, really? Because like everyone's still afraid of Batman. They think he's the only real superhero, basically. At least the vigilante community does.
Right.
So they think if they have Batman, they're unbeatable. That's like the idea.
Okay.
So Cyborg's trying to get them to join the war efforts, but they won't because Batman isn't joining the war efforts.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy.
So Citizen Cold issue 1 for $4, issue 2 for $3.50, and issue 3 for $3.50. Looks like he's facing off against the other rogues here.
Yes. I don't know much about what happens near the end of the story, but I do know that Citizen Cold.
Is that a Pied Piper?
That is Pied Piper, indeed.
Pied Piper, one of my favorite rogues.
Do you guys take food stamps as a form of payment? No, we do not. But yeah. Hopefully.
Who are the other guys in here? I can't recognize them.
Let me see.
I'm bad.
I can probably tell you what characters they are.
Rogues.
So, what's his name? I always forget his name. It was the one that was played by Mark Hamill in the Flash TV show, the original one. Trickster, Weather Wizard. I guess this is Heatwave. And I don't know this one. I actually don't know this one.
That's cool.
I'm guessing this is Heatwave, though, because that doesn't make it... He doesn't really have any lava monsters on his... on Flash's Rogues Gallery, at least.
Yeah. All right, so that's... still got a few Flashpoint minis left, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
Hey guys!
Welcome back from the break. We are here at Fat Jack's in Philadelphia.
Philly, the city of brotherly love.
That's right.
I don't know how we got its moniker, but somehow it did.
Yes.
I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to take your spot over here.
Okay.
Since you're not sitting in this.
I'll be back soon, but...
No, you won't. Ever. It's now mine. Forever.
We're here going over some Flashpoint mini-series.
Yeah.
As always, make sure that you comment if you have any comics that you're looking for in particular, and we can always try and grab them. Fat Jack's has decades worth of back issues, so old to new, usually a lot of stuff to find here.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. Abin Sur's Flashpoint. Let's talk about it.
Abin Sur, I have the full mini here. Abin Sur Green Lantern.
Yeah, so he actually becomes a White Lantern at the end of the series.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty crazy because, like, it just shows he really is one of the best. And the fact that he died in the original timeline so early, it's kind of sucks. But, he literally becomes a White Lantern. He becomes the first ever White Lantern because there's no Kyle Rayner.
Wow.
So he becomes the Lantern of Life, and he becomes one of Earth's mightiest protectors, quote unquote.
Cool.
Until Earth basically nukes itself.
Wow.
But yeah, most of the story is just him facing off against other creatures trying to evade the area. I believe the Dominators and other civilizations trying to kill them.
So, issue 1 for $4, issue 2 for $3.50, and issue 3 for $3.50. Is he facing off against Sinestro in this story as well?
I believe not, because maybe he is. I didn't hear anything about that, but let me check real quick, actually. So Flashpoint, so his goal throughout the entire event is to get the White Lantern entity and bring it to Oa.
Okay.
So he's kind of trying to like herd it over, but doesn't want to leave.
Right.
But yeah, basically he's taken into custody by Cyborg, and then he's attacked by Sinestro, who reveals that he's learned of the prophecy of Flashpoint. Basically, he knows it's a fake world and that he shouldn't be in this, that Abin Sur was supposed to die.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's pretty interesting. Sinestro basically is the main villain that's fighting against him. But yeah, the whole goal was just to bring the White Lantern entity back to Oa.
Cool.
Apparently, this version of Abin also appears in the Convergence event.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, and then the Guardians fire Abin Sur once he talks about Flashpoint. Once he mentions it to them, they fire him immediately, and he no longer is part of the the Green. I was going to say Guardians of the Galaxy, Green Lanterns. So immediately he becomes a White Lantern.
Wow.
Because, fine, if you guys won't let me be part of your Corps, I'll make my own.
So the full 3-issue mini of Abin Sur, Green Lantern.
Probably one of the more pivotal and interesting ones out of the batch.
Yeah.
Especially because it deals with more outside forces.
Yeah.
I would love a New Gods version if they had referenced New Gods at all, but they didn't. So.
That would actually be a cool Flashpoint. There you go. There's Flashpoint series with the New Gods.
That would have been nice.
So
what if wait, I can already pitch it. What if Mr. Miracle, and so you know how like they have the sun swap? What if they didn't swap at all? And they just kept going at war? Like that would be interesting to see like how far does that war progress, and how is Mr. Miracle now that he doesn't need to be traumatized constantly, and how is Orion now that he's being raised by Darkseid?
Yeah.
Like, that would be very interesting. Two very interesting characters I always wanted to see the reverse of.
There you go. That's a good pitch.
DC and Anyway.
So, the final Flashpoint book that I have here today is Batman Night of Vengeance #3.
Yes. The death of Martha Wayne. At least for then until Flashpoint Beyond. But yes, this version of Martha Wayne is the Joker. She went crazy as soon as Bruce Wayne died. And in the book, her hands become covered in blood, and she uses it to draw a smile on her face and hysterically laughs as her son is killed in front of her. And Thomas Wayne beats the thug that killed Bruce. In this timeline, Thomas has not had the courage to kill her because it's his wife, but it's finally getting to the point where she's threatening children, and so I think she's holding an orphanage hostage.
Yeah.
And so he makes the final call and takes her out.
Wow. So this is definitely one of the more pricey Flashpoint mini books. This is a $13 issue for issue 3.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most important ones because it gives you not only details on Thomas Wayne Batman, who doesn't really talk that much he doesn't explain his backstory much during the Flashpoint event, but also gives you an idea about Joker in that universe, which is also very interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, easily probably the best spinoff.
Yeah. So issue 3 for $13 near mint.
And that is Flashpoint. Fine, I'll move.
It was just good because I had to hold the books in front of me without blocking the rack.
Okay.
No, that's always somewhere.
I was like, why are you there?
Fine, I'll come over here.
Let's go. Final leg of the show. If you guys have any questions about any of the books that we have on the rack right now, don't be afraid to ask.
Comments.
Comments, and tell us down below what books you would like to see us pull for the next show. If you have any ideas or any thoughts, we'll pull them, and then we can see if we have them in the back for next show.
I need a chair.
Yes. You're now taller than me. I don't like that. Eradicator.
Let's jump back into
Ring
Action Comics. Following Superman's return, he has a black suit here, which is very interesting. I believe it was holding together his energy and his physiology.
Yes. Also, before that, Thomas asked if we had any Black Widow. We sadly don't, but if you have any specific
Not tonight,
issues,
but yeah.
definitely tell us, and we'll try to look for them. See if we have any, and if we do, we will definitely bring them on next show.
Yep.
So just comment down below the numbers and the volume if you can, and we'll look for them in our backlogs.
Perfect. So, this is Action Comics 690 from 1993. It's the first appearance of this new Superman look for $4.
Yeah. And it's around the time of Mortal Kombat.
Fine minus.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm seeing a Mortal Kombat ad on the back of the book, and I just can't stop looking at it.
Yeah, there's a Mortal Kombat ad there.
That alone would make me want to buy the book. I love me some Mortal Kombat. They should really make a comic for Mortal Kombat. They probably have, but I haven't read it.
Not recently.
Oh, did you see the rumors that Carl Urban's going to be Johnny
Cage?
No, Carl Urban is going to be Johnny Cage.
I think I heard about that, yeah.
Which is really cool. I would totally be down for that. If he shaves his beard and just goes at it, like, that would be sick.
Yeah, that would be great. All right. Next up, we have some Silver Age classics. This is a reprint of Adventure Comics number 247 for just $2. This is the first presentation of the Legion of Superheroes.
Yep. With
Cosmic Boy, Lightning Boy, and Saturn Girl.
Yep. Very, very interesting group. They are judging Superman on a panel, basically saying, we don't think that you're good enough, Superboy. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, Superboy, but we cannot admit you into our superhero club. Your low score on the test we gave you proves your powers are too ordinary.
Which is really funny because he founded the thing. And that's the review at the end, is that he founded the Legion. Therefore, he's actually like their boss, technically, which is really funny.
Why is that show not on HBO?
Legion of Superheroes? Yeah, why is that? Do you remember Timberwolf and like all those characters?
That show was awesome.
That show was cool. That Legion, Brainiac 5 was also in that show.
Yeah,
he has an awesome design.
Yeah.
There's a whole arc where he was like pretending to be evil.
Yeah. Where's that show at? I gotta find that.
It must be on HBO Max.
I've never seen it.
Wait, let me check.
Never seen it.
Legion of Superheroes.
Does anyone else remember that show? Legion of Superheroes is a great show to have in an animated format. I mean, I'd love to see them on the big screen again, but I think it would be cool if they just did an animated show.
They were on Supergirl for a bit, but it wasn't as good as.
Okay.
They only did like 3 characters. They did Saturn Girl, Brainiac 5, and Mon-El.
Okay.
I'm trying to see where streaming, but so far definitely not HBO Max. Yeah. So Amazon Prime Video, Vudu, and then Google Play Movies. So
that's so weird.
That is so strange.
Some weird rights thing with it. Odd.
Yeah, looks. If you try to get them, it just says link does not work.
Dang.
So they must have had it, and then maybe something got like
So it's on
flagged. Yeah, it's on Prime.
All right. I want to watch it.
Good show. Good show. Good show.
Next up, I have Adventure Comics number 367, also featuring Legion of Superheroes. This is a very good copy for $12.
They also recently, in the past year, did a Legion of Superheroes animated movie with Supergirl.
Oh.
Yeah, as part of the new DC animated universe.
Huh.
I wonder what they're going to do, because James Gunn said that he wanted to have video games, the animated universe, and the live action universe all share like the same, being the same multiverse. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering how that's going to work.
Wow.
Because they're going to have to kill that universe then and restart.
Yeah.
To do that, because Creature Commandos and everything wouldn't make sense otherwise.
Right.
I'm still hoping for that Justice League Dark movie, man, or show. Either one. Just give me that. Give me Swamp Thing with. Oh, that was a character that I really, really needed in Justice League Dark. Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. Easily, yeah.
Easily Swamp Thing and Constantine. Those two immediately make the team, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because they have like a love-hate relationship with each other.
Right.
Definitely one of the most interesting dynamics in comics.
I don't know if you guys have seen the whole DC slate, but it's pretty fantastic. So we're really excited for those movies to come out.
Yeah, especially after watching Guardians, which was directed by James Gunn, who is now heading DC.
Yeah.
The films, DC Studios.
Yeah.
Someone asked him recently if he had some report to anyone. He was like, no.
Oh, really?
It was really funny. It was just a simple one-word answer, like, no. Because they were asking if he had to get anything approved or anything. It was like, no. I just do it. which I love. I love that. Just give him full control. Just let the man cook.
Let the man cook, exactly. Next up, Adventure Comics number 372.
Superman being smashed into 1,000 bits.
This is I would say a very good plus copy for $10. Superboy's being smashed to bits while is that Timberwolf there?
Yeah, that is Timberwolf.
Why he looks like that? Adventure Comics for $10.
We're used to the TV show version where he has more
wolf-like
attributes. Yeah, he has a wolf face and etc.
Yeah.
Early on, most of them were just white Caucasian males and females.
Yeah.
But yeah, Legion of Superheroes.
$10 for issue 372.
Oh man, I'm on like the cusp of season. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. It's real one come true.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, another adventure comic, another adventure to be told.
Adventure Comics, once again featuring Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. This is number 376. a fine grade for $5.
Yeah, featuring Supergirl and Brainiac 5.
Looks like Chameleon Boy is up for execution. Who could prevent the execution of Chameleon Boy? Superboy saying, "Look, the Mystic Stone shows Chameleon Boy is doomed, and even I can't save him." For $5, you can find out what happens to Chameleon Boy.
Chameleon Boy is definitely a character that I don't remember much of. I don't remember if he was even in the show.
I don't think he was. I just recognize him from comics specifically.
But Brainiac 5 is funny because right now in the DC animated universe, he's dating Supergirl. And they do have like a surprising history.
Universe?
Yeah, in the animated universe.
Like what, from the movie or something?
The movie universe.
Okay.
But sometimes in comics medium too, they date. It's kind of weird.
Huh.
Depending on the continuity, it doesn't make sense, but depending on if Brainiac caused Krypton's death or not.
Right.
Because that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah. That would kind of be a poor
He killed my
choice.
parents. Let's make out.
Next up, I have Adventure Comics number 386.
I'm sorry, this cover.
No, this one's hilarious. This is a
This
very
one's
good
actually
copy for $5.
It's so funny.
Featuring the Beast that loves Supergirl.
It's a clumsy monster that happens to rip off Supergirl's
Civilian garb.
Yes, and she's exposed as Supergirl to the crowd of people, and the monster sees her and immediately is stricken
by love.
Yes.
Look, everyone, Linda's monster boyfriend has exposed her Supergirl identity.
Epic.
And she's thinking that clumsy creature is wild about me, but he's ruined my career.
Did you ever watch the original Supergirl movie? The one from like the 80s? It's really bad.
Bits and pieces, yes.
Really bad.
Pretty bad.
It's pretty awful. Definitely one of the movies of all time. Definitely getting on the tier list at F for worst comic book movies.
Next up, Adventure Comics number 388. This is a good or very good grade for $5.
$5.
Supergirl saying, "Be with you in a minute, darling, as soon as I finish dressing." He doesn't dream his date. Linda Danvers is Supergirl. The date's saying, "Take your time, Linda, baby. She doesn't dream I'm a computer programmed by Brainiac to break her heart."
Wow, that's really messed up. Okay.
Brainiac has set her up on a date with an android that's just going to break her heart on purpose.
That's kind of screwed up. Not gonna lie. That's pretty messed up. Brainiac, why are you doing that?
That's not even like...
It's not even like world domination.
Yeah,
right? He's just trying to be mean for the sake of being mean.
I just want to upset Supergirl.
Yeah. I want to make her so that next time she sees me, she gets really angry and punches her fist through my skull.
Yeah. $5.
$5. Spectre.
Adventure Comics featuring Spectre, which is pretty awesome. This is issue 432.
I gotta read more Spectre comics, honestly. He's just such a fun character.
Fine plus grade for $9.
Spectre is just one of those characters that really stood the test of time, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Especially in comparison to other characters from that age. God's Wrath incarnate, right?
Yep.
Isn't that what the title is?
Yep.
Does Spectre even have a weakness? Does he claim $5 messed up Supergirl comic featuring Supergirl? Yes.
All
right.
This wacky story is yours.
Adventure Comics number 388. Okay, Thomas. Yeah, no, it's definitely messed up. Like, why are you doing that to her, bro?
They call him the Romance Machine, by the way.
Oh, is that actually what they call him? Oh, that's funny.
Machine.
What It's so messed up. Oh man. So like, does he morph to fit your definition of like attractive? Is that a thing that he does?
Yeah, maybe.
Does he really is he that good at attracting people? But yeah.
Good find.
But yeah, Spectre. Does he have any weaknesses? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't think any non-god level like cosmic guy can take him out. I don't even understand how necessarily they reverted him in Lazarus Planet.
Yeah.
Was that in Batman v Robin?
That was explained. Yeah.
Okay. How'd they take him out?
They
In that.
Oh, and how they took him out, it was just like they just used Black Alice.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's lazy.
Yeah, very, very, very much so.
Because again, as soon as Spectre got out,
it was just
got
over.
repowered, the event was over.
Yeah. Wait, did I ever tell you that in the Arrowverse? Can you take a guess who Spectre is?
In the Arrowverse?
Yeah, I want to see if you can guess those.
No, it's in Constantine, dude. They teased in Constantine. Remember that?
No. So no.
No, he wasn't. He was teased.
No, he was teased, but I'm saying
The Arrowverse one is
version
different.
of Spectre. Yeah, it's different.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
It's Oliver Queen.
Oh, it's just.
Green Arrow dies and he becomes Spectre for some reason.
I mean, yeah, they never done that. They did the Green Lantern Spectre mashup, but they've never done a Green Arrow. So
it was really funny because he recently came back for like a crossover thing, and like he has like godlike powers and everything, but instead of using any of that, he just materializes a bow and arrow and uses it to take out the bad guy. And it's like, bro, you could have done that so much quicker.
that's so ridiculous.
It's so funny.
So Adventure Comics 432 for $9.
Yeah.
Fine copy.
Spectre. Yeah, I Brendan used to tell me about like a bunch of Spectre runs. I wrote them down that I need to read.
Yeah.
Just like older runs.
Definitely worth doing.
Yeah, especially with a character like that. I definitely feel like. Do you think he would ever be introduced in the DC universe?
I would sure hope so. I would hope that they would be building to him for the supernatural, like maybe Swamp Thing, will build to Spectre or something. Cause,
like the ending of Justice League Dark hints at him or something?
Yeah, it has to build to Justice League Dark, and Spectre should be involved somehow, I think.
He sends them on the mission.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Adventures of Superman, number 507, featuring the first appearance of another villain going by the name of Bloodsport. Not the first Bloodsport, but the second Bloodsport.
Y'all need to get original.
Yeah. $3 for this copy right here.
Yet another villain of Superman named Bloodsport. Man, they really lack a originality within Metropolis, huh?
But it's not the Bloodsport that everybody knows and loves from the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, that Idris Elba version was so cool. The nanotech was also sick.
This guy just sucks.
In the comics, you know how his power works in the comics? It's basically he just teleports guns to his hands.
Oh, right.
Like Amanda Waller just gives him a safe,
Mm.
and basically he can just teleport guns to his hand. So it's not nanotech.
Okay.
But I actually really like James Gunn's take on it because it makes it seem more like limited. Like he can't just summon whatever he wants.
Cool. So it's just teleportation tech.
Yeah, basically he can just claim stuff from this armory, and it has basically everything from like the Revolutionary War period to like future tech. So it's pretty insane.
Wow. Okay.
Suicide Squad movie, really, really good. Really sad that it didn't make a huge hit in the box office because of the pandemic, but
yeah,
glad that
I loved it.
Glad that Warner Bros. It wasn't like, oh, this is a commercial failure, therefore it's not good.
Yeah.
No, glad that they realized that it was actually good.
Yeah, I hope we get another one of those someday.
Oh, definitely, that would be so fun.
But right now, James is focused on some other stuff. So
yeah, I mean, he's doing Creature Commandos and the Green Lantern Earth One stuff, and
yeah.
What are you? I don't think we've talked about it, but what are you most excited for the DC slate?
I think out of the whole DC slate, I'm most excited for the Swamp Thing movie. But Blue Beetle does look pretty awesome. But I think Swamp Thing, I just have such a soft spot for DC Supernatural characters, so definitely super hyped for that.
I'm definitely really excited for Booster Gold. That should be very interesting.
Booster Gold show, I'm hyped for. That should be nice.
Hopefully Chris Pratt is not... I don't want Chris Pratt as Booster Gold.
Not if there's still... Well, I guess I shouldn't say anything about Guardians.
Yeah, don't.
All right, so just a couple minutes left here. As always, I want to thank you guys for coming on the live stream. We here at Fat Jack's in Philly appreciate all the support. There were some good claims today. Again, if anyone has any stuff that they want to see next week, please comment below.
We'll try to
or
find
come
it.
into the shop and ask for those things, or call into the shop, or whatever works for you. We're all over social media.
Yeah.
So
follow us on TikTok at Fat Jacks.
follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
You get to see me and Elias's wacky antics when we get to work on TikTok. So
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah. Check out Lucas and I's YouTube channel, The Cosmic Panel. We talk a lot about comics on there. That's on YouTube and TikTok as well. That's The Cosmic Panel. And thanks everyone for tuning in once again. I think I'll still throw these up next week because there really are some nice Silver Age books over here.
Yeah.
But we'll always have new stuff to talk about. So thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.